And here we go. I bring you WhoRunBartertown, who I believe is Barton PL. I need that confirmed, but I think someone mentioned that at some point. We've got Kimbo on the other side. Very good player. Questionable choices in other regards. On Crossroads Winter, which is not a favorite of many people, but it's awkward fuel situations in general. Especially you can kind of sneak up on this point, which you can do as well on here. But yeah, I don't know. I can never quite decide who has the advantage here. Looks like we're going with full-on Ostruppen. Doctrine for Bartertown and Kimbo. I'm just gonna call him. Okay, I'm gonna call him Barter. And Kimbo with actually shock rifle front line straight up. Now that is something I haven't seen much these days. KV8's pretty good, but seldom picked. IS2 is a hit or miss thing. It's very good at tanking things, but apart from that, it either can struggle, or if the RNG goes in your favor, it just decimates everything. Pretty low on the reload though, but that's always been its problem. So 1 MG, double Ostruppen start for Barter, and double conscripts. There we go, triple conscripts for Kimbo. So nothing too fancy there. Pretty much a standard conscript opening for the last couple. Well, by now it's actually nearly a decade. When CoH 2 came out, 2012 or 14? I can't even remember. A little bit of dancing going around here by the Ostruppen. They still had a decent engagement there. On the top side, gets the flank on the MG, and MG has to get out. These are engineers up top. Okay, nice retarget. Get some models on the approach. Who's winning down here? Looks like the Ostruppen are just about to carry the day. And that's always a win if they can deal 1v1. Oh no, it's a 1-for-1 actually. He's closing in to get rid of the cover bonus. And thanks to the engineers actually killing a model, that goes in his favor. And okay, Bartertown manages to grab the east, while Kimbo won the west. If he would have lost the east as well, that would have been a bit tricky. Does have backup down here though, but retains the second capture squad. Nice job by Kimbo, goes straight for the cutoff. MG's back in position, tries to help out the Ostruppen squads closing in on these conscripts, and the conscripts need to start running. If they get a good volley off, and Kimbo's Bartertown is blessed by RNGs, they're dead. Oh no! Keeps it. Engineers not suppressed in heavy cover yet. Nice, goes for the flank, catches them out while they're building, but looks like he stopped quick enough to make this a bad engagement for the Ostruppen. But now the Ostruppen in the north are under heavy pressure. Do get away. Ostruppen holding out fairly long, and Pioneers decided engagement. Kimbo decides that the full cap is good enough for now. Ostruppen and heavy cover, conscripts on the close-in. Should have gone into the Ostruppen's favor, but unlucky for him, two of the models were outside of cover. So they did get a snipe on the way in, and now they seem to carry the day. Oh, I actually didn't know that Vet 1 already increases survivability, so I was wondering why they did so well. While they did so early poorly. So conscripts apparently one of the few squads that actually gets combat buffs on Vet 1 already. As we can see here, it's only first aid for those boys. And nice telemine. It's not on the obvious spots, because usually when you see them go, you see them drop tier on the road just to take advantage of the auto pathing of vehicles. But like elite level players will try to avoid these spots, and if you place it on a bit of an odd spot, but still in a good position where the vehicle will be a lot of time, that might just about catch him out. And we only have one engineer so far from him. Nice job here. Retreats behind the side blocker and tries to get a close quarter engagement, but they were already pretty low. And as we mentioned, the Vet 1 survivability bonus kicking in, deciding that pretty heavily in Kimbo's favor. MG capping up north, but yeah, decides to retreat because he Saw the Soviet horde. But gets the cutoff again. So even though Kimbo just recapped his fuel, he immediately lost the cutoff. Good job there. And MG is forced off. Looks like it got one model on the engineer up top. And holy Jesus, that's 5 Osttruppen for now. For our Senor Bartoni. Looks like, yep, some tripwire flare mines, that's not bad. Not the most efficient against Osttruppen, but sometimes every model counts. And it's a guaranteed model wipe for very cheap, so they're always worth it usually. Needs to pay attention over here, hopefully he gets that out. Yeah, looks like he was, very nice. And I think at this point, the lack of healing that he had earlier from Kimbo is kicking into effect. Does have it now, but the models are already dropped, so we're gonna have to reinforce all of those. And Bartertown's healing just about to hit himself, but still needs a couple of munitions. Osttruppen squad in conjunction with the MG forced that conscript off. It's a very patchy map, that is good. That is quite nice to see. He's actually sitting on the cutoff again, so I missed that one, my apologies. But basically that leaves Spartan with, or Bartertown, with no resources whatsoever. 16 to 10, but neither has Kimbo, because his own cutoff was cut off. Makes sense, I guess. Nice job. Shock troops, smoke grenades, force the MG off. Decides not to try and soft retreat that. So value already gained. And Osttruppen, I think shocks are one of the few counters to the Osttruppen, infantry-wise. They seem to be faring much better against them than other squads. Because I don't think they have still body armor, but I think they have just like this little bit less received accuracy than conscripts. That lets them close in a little bit safer. It usually doesn't work against things like LMG grants. Or basically just base NGs. Where they will bleed pretty heavily. But just about against Osttruppen, especially unvetted ones, they should be able to gain some value. Okay. Reduces the cost of a smoke grenade and allows the squad to throw them off. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. It's 15 by now and 30 for the frag grenade. There we go. Might get some model, probably won't get the wipe, unless he's very lucky. Doesn't look like it, but he will now get into the green cover. Unfortunately, shocks very, very abysmal past the about this distance here, the close range. So if he decides to stay in that engagement for too long, he's probably not going to trade well. Especially with the third conscript coming up. Well, that's a group hug if I've ever seen one. Quite the mosh pit he's got going on there. Oh, actually tries to go for the cheeky smoke nade, but it only covers so much. So drops a model there, doesn't really get one in return. It's got a nice mine there. No minesweepers as of yet. Meanwhile, 2 conscripts recapping the right, because Spartan decided to make sure that he gets his fuel back. Good job there. Engineers need to start running away. Really nice job running from cover to cover. Hasn't triggered the Soviet mine yet. Oops, excuse me. Idiotenherrscher. It's quite a fancy insult. Gets caught out planting another teller mine. That's a bit unfortunate, because that will probably trigger a minesweeper from Kimbo. How is it looking tech-wise? Oh, finally it's the mine, but with some cheap pioneers, so that's not too bad. Shock troops actually pushing back. So I'm imagining Kimbo and Bartertown have been facing each other quite often. And I think that's why we saw the immediately shock rifle frontline lock-in. Just to counter the Osttruppen. Because otherwise that is a fairly unusual commander. I guess, I don't know. It's not the most unusual, but in this matter, I haven't seen it picked it too often with success, at least. Okay, double conscripts are gonna have not shouldn't have too much trouble cleaning that off without many losses. Oh, but Bartertown not paying attention enough. Oh, will he get behind the line of sight blocker? I don't think. Oh, he just about got it. And the conscripts don't get a long range moving target snipe. Looks like we have a bugged out smoke grenade here, so these guys just staring at each other for now.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And there we go, dissipated. And the shock's gonna be taken to town. Throw this frag grenade. Easy dodge. One model, not worth it. Took 4 model losses in return. Should have just gotten out of there. Okay, some new mines. Nice job. We still haven't gotten a minesweeper from either side. Double shock troops now. Triggered by Kimbo. So just brutal infantry corps. Versus brutal infantry corps. P-Grants knighted to the mix. These guys do not believe in vehicles. Curious to see where this is going. But we're still having decent manpower here from Kimbo. I'm gonna have to check if he's actually choosing to substitute his shock troops with conscripts. Oh, gets the squad wipe. Very nice job there. Sits on his enemy's field again, and Bartertown are in real trouble here. No, we have full shock troops reinforcements for those better stats. Here comes the shock flank. There comes the smoke grenade. No, it's a frag grenade. Dodged by both of them. Oh, it was a smoke grenade. My apologies. Oh, actually, very good damage against these guys. These guys being P-Grants. Here comes the second squad. Oh, do we see the retarget? Where's the quick smoke grenade? He's trying to run the gauntlet. Gets it. Nice job. Gets the smoke grenade with the second squad. Okay, even shock troops will take damage from 3 Osttroppen squad, but triggers the full retreat. Does run into the base MG, unfortunately. But, yeah, Kimbo with map dominance. Sits on a cutoff happily again. And that's the map for Kimbo, so it's looking pretty grim. So it looks like we found our Osttroppen spam counter. And Stormy again chat, pointing out that 5 Osttroppen is too much. 3 Ost and 2 P-Grants work better. I'm inclined to agree. We'll see if he can crawl his way back, but I doubt it. Constant smoke grenades. Ooh, nice bundle. But, okay, he expected the move in. Would probably been better trying to expect the dodge. Pretty low squads here. Tries to push the cutoff, but now with the Vet 2 up, veterancy, improved accuracy, in green cover. They have their own accuracy, but they're not in cover yet, so they don't get the cover bonus. Oh, looks like they just about got caught out by the MG there. It might be worth it here to just trigger the incendiary rounds to do some extra damage against... Ooh, that was a nice... Just a little bit quicker on the retreat and he would have been wiped. He still might go down thanks to the... actually, no, that is negative cover. Doesn't get it. Nice tripwire flare, taking a P-Grant model. And there we go. Yeah, looks like P-Grants just work better. 300 fuel for Kimbo. Probably gonna see the KV-8 there, because Bartertown can't afford really anything else. Do we have at least a tech already? We do have the tech, still needs the building. So he's still pretty far away from anything. 15-minute mark, he probably wants to start thinking about an AT gun. He might go for Shreks. He's gonna either have to go double AT gun very soon. He does have the manpower, which is the benefit of this doctrine. Oh, dodging those mines there. Quite cheekily. So Bartertown finally back on the map. Ostwind added to the mix, but now, okay, now he really needs to think about MGs. Not MGs, AT guns. Oh no. Okay, that also creates a pack 40. Okay, fair enough. I was a bit worried there. Jesus, 3 team weapons? Oh, never mind. That's fuel supplies, ammunition supplies. But they can be picked up. That's hence the white circle. I hope he picks... Okay, decides to just sandbag to the end of days. While these guys are having some target practice. Yeah, probably gonna see those picked up with the Pioneers. At least I'd hope so for the increased sight range. Repositions this MG, nicely done. Finally the second Pioneer added to the mix. Engineer, my pardon. Gets it, here comes the Ostwind. Forces off those shocks. Oh, the Pioneers are staying in a prolonged engagement up top. Do we have to get out? Do we have AT grenades yet? No, we do not. What did they just upgrade? Oh, 7-man squads. So that's gonna be an even bigger horde of Soviets. So for now, he's good. Needs to start... Okay, once Kimbo gets that vehicle out, he needs to start thinking about the hazard removal package. So I imagine they have met each other quite a lot, and they're used to this style of tactic. So we're gonna see if Stormjäger is correct, if the KV-8's cooking, or if Bartertown just got unlucky in this instance. Maybe even an IS-2. We shall see. Okay, let's get back on the map. For now, at least. Ostwind doing its job. Thanks to the no AT options. Which is something you really often see from pro players. They just go hard until they get countered, and then they get forced off the map entirely. Without even thinking about soft counters to these type of units. And then we're just gonna go stall for that sweet heavy to turn the tide yet again. Oh, beautiful retreat, Bundle Nate. By Bartertown. Deletes a conscript out of existence. Uh-oh. Tries a tripwire flare mine while being under overwatch from some Osttroppen. So we still have that cheeky telemine, and we have a cheeky telemine over here. So I hope once the... Ooh, okay. I don't... Is that an incline? No, okay, that's flat ground. I was worried there that this was on a little bit of an elevation and might have triggered... Oh! Doesn't want to shoot those guys. Well, actually, if they're all on that thing, he just might. There we go. Some sexy damage by the Ostwind. That's pretty good manpower losses. He's gonna... Yep, there comes the ground target. But the reload was a little bit too quick. Really needs to get rid of that sandbag here. It's just been the bane of his existence. We still have no AT grenades. But there comes something rolling. The beast from the east. It's on the field. Let me see if I can remember my hotkeys. Not quite. How do I get rid of the taskbar? There we go. It's a beauty. But that skin is ugly. Extra points if he gets a kill with the rear MG. We shall see. There we go. Boom, boom, baby. Okay, here comes the pack. Just about in time, but he doesn't run over any of the tellers. Okay, there we go. Now we have it. Pretty good shot against the AT gun. Doesn't quite get the Faust off. There we go. There it is. Oh, the shock troops ever so low. Do get away. Hopefully we'll see the... Yeah, there we go. Hazard removal package and lucky shot. Were those the P-grants? No, those were just a squad of Osttroppen. But that was pretty lucky. Doesn't sweeps one mine with the main gun. That works. Oh, Vet 2 P-grants versus Vet 2 shocks. Nice grenade, but I think... Oh no! Gets a nice engagement there. Can he wipe them? Needs to stand still now. But they're reloading. So gets away from that. And conscripts on the flank decide that engagement. Don't drive over your own mine, Sonny. Oh god, he's standing on it. Even worse. Don't want to give him two swipes for nothing. Middle hatch is completely down, so no side blocking there anymore. Oh, where's the AT gun? Where's the AT gun? Oh, it's back in base, healing up. He's probably just going for it. Oh, but the Stuk just... We do have enough fuel for a Stuk. A bit of an oddmansh, a little bit of a splash damage there. Oh, but ever so lucky, he's just getting bounce after bounce. Was that 3 or 4, even 4 bounces in a row? Oh no. Damn you, camera. 5th bounce in a row. 7th bounce in a row. No, 6, sorry. Not entirely sure if the Stuk bounced there or the pack bounced. But now comes the max range penetration. That feels bad, man. Not a bounce. And that is the power of the ISU. Just massive amounts of armor. Not the best killers among the heavies. But goddamn, can it RNG in your favor, as we just saw. But you usually rather have a reliable killing machine than a reliable tanker. Because it's not quite reliable. It's a lot of... That was a lot of RNG there. That was really, really unlucky to not get a couple more penetrations there. It looks like the AT gun did not get recruit. So it does retain the veteran C1 there. Ostwind should be getting close to vet 2. 13 kills. Not too bad. Pegrins back on the flank. Keep that under control for the German Reich. Jawohl. I hear a smoke grenade, probably down here. Indeed. And every time you're not witnessing it. You actually can't see it, but nice ground attack there. Ostwind pretty good at that. Do make note of that, if you're a friend of the Ostwind playstyle yourself. Mine has not been swept yet. IS-2 back in action. Dishka's finally being upgraded. Oh, P-Grants in green cover are no joke. Okay, decides to wait for the IS-2. But even on that range, they should be making pretty good damage. But a little bit of pathing problems there. So Bartertown with a big comeback. So looks like the 5 Ostrop strategy does work. Oh, these guys just about switched to target vehicles there. Still gets a decent shot in there. Nice splash damage. Might enable these engineers to do some damage. Decides to hide behind those buildings to discourage the IS-2 from pushing that. Now thinks better of it. Just hit vet 3. So pretty good veterancy on both of these armies. Kimbo's slowly starting to bleed with the Ostwind against shock troop strategy. This guy's got caught out by the MG34, I believe. Indeed. Looks like a little bit of a base inspection, trying to get rid of the medic bunker, but looks like we missed that. Oh, that was the second supply drop here. So gets a happy little pack gun through that. And it didn't, and that enables him that it doesn't matter that hard that he lost the early game. So thanks to those supply drops, he still got some decent amounts of fuel. There we go, finally a penetration, which enables the Faust. And now the IS-2 is in a bit of a pickle. That's a long way home. Where's the backup? The Ostwind's trying to cut the reinforcements off. Stuk's trying to just go for the attack ground, but there we go. Double AT gun. Decent shot there. Has to retreat that. Now needs to keep line of sight with the with the Stuk, but it doesn't matter because the constant penetration kept that beauty in line of sight. Oh, retarget, retarget. That's just too juicy. I'm sorry, that's biased, but it's just so true. Oh. So nice job there by Bartertown and Kimbo with the always aggressive playstyle. It's one of his trademarks, but it's also often his downfall. That was very greedy, sending the IS-2 completely alone out on the flank, hoping to catch something out. Did I say Stuk G again? No, wait. Yeah, there's a Stuk G. Maybe I said Stuk E again. For some reason, I just can't get it right anymore. Stuk E just sounds so much better. Bravely reversing back into action. While the shock troops getting blasted in the face, but oh no, alright, that's a friendly nade. Mine, sorry, not nade. That was some proper Russian accuracy there. Just shoots 5 meters next to it. So these guys are actually all getting home to mama. Gonna get patched up. So just look at these rosters, just massive armies on both sides. Soviets have bled a little by now, thanks to them good plays. Oh, where we see a frag grenade. There comes the bundle nade over the hedge. Just about got out of the blast radius. That's a bit of a wet noodle contest over there, but they're both low. But thanks to them standing still, the Ostrov might actually go down here. Oh, but he wasn't paying attention. Can the abysmal long-range damage of the shock troop finish these Pigrans off? He's still chasing, and I know I'm missing an engagement over there, but I think it's just some infantry. Oh, that was ever so close. Oh. Trademark aggression of Kimbo. He's probably gonna die if that. Okay, that engagement has resolved itself. Gets a second pack gun at the MGs. Oh, it doesn't even need the MGs, just gets a square shot in it. Beautiful stuff there by the T-34. He heard me saying that Russian accuracy, and he just had to prove me wrong. So now it's Kimbo back in the driver's seat, despite the loss of the IS-2. The legendary turret traverse of the T-34 doing a round of honors. Oh, but we do have finally AT grenades, but gets away with that one. Here comes a double nade, most likely, indeed. Enables the retreat here, but oh yeah, we have Fitvet too. Look at that rate of fire, it's beautiful. No, the Stuk's retreating. The T-34 just feigned to retreat. The Austin's all alone, everything is retreating away. But Kimbo doesn't know that. Oh, but he gets a nice grounded, probably ground attack shot there. Oh, gets the road. Ah. Barton. Oh, Bartertown. I don't know if it's Barton. I guess it is. Loses the hero of the fatherland. Oh, that was a bad damage roll there. Gets away, gets a second shot, but the T-34 doesn't get one. So Stuk does get out of there. So that's a big loss for Barton there. Bartertown, sorry. I still need that confirmed. Don't want to get it wrong. Kimbo does get away with the T-34. So it's slowly turning into a hero of the motherland. The Rodina, I've been asking on the other video what the Rodina is, and it's just translated into motherland. Also a banned party, apparently it was right wing. At 2004? But I don't know. I just read an Wikipedia. That could be probably a misclick there. Unless he expected a MG there and queued it up ahead of time. Well, the MG is there now, but on a better angle. So Stormjäger says Barton PL is Polish and WhoRunBartertown is American. Okay, thanks for that info. Though I wouldn't put it past Barton to switch his IP. That was, I don't know, maybe a mine. So I'm gonna get it right. It's Bartertown, the American for now. And forever. Until proven otherwise. Oh, lucky shots there. Does get away though. So I apologize to WhoRunBartertown to have misidentified him. You think both of them were in the WCS 2019? Oh, okay, thank you. That makes it a little bit more clear. But these conscripts are so low. Why is he not retreating them? Where's the attention? Is this bait? It might have been bait. Yeah, it looks like it was bait. I'm not quite sure why he's Uraing. There's not much to cap back there. Okay, probably wanted to get the retreat path away from whatever was capping this. So this has been a pretty interesting game so far. Is this a bit in a blob? It's always dangerous to have them that close together. Because they can just get airstrike, they can get circled by 1 or 2 medium tanks. Might want to decide to destroy those sandbags with his AT options. But the Ziskan's actually getting a cheeky shot in the back there. He's a bit slipping up now, Bartertown. Making some silly mistakes here. Just moving onto the point. Kimbo, is he gonna chase that into base?
We are losing territory.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, the T-34 with the 100% pinpoint accurate base snipes. Okay, will we see the block in? Nice block in there, but oh no, the Ziskans are in place. Gets the Panzer IV there. Needs to retreat to Stuck. Stuck's veteran C2 now. Oh no, he's staying in. Doesn't get the ground attack. And I nearly thought he dropped some artillery on this, but he doesn't have... actually, he does have railway. But it's not the best against moving targets. But it was just a barrel exploding, which I mistook for red smoke. But IS-2 back on the field, so we hasn't chosen to, like, change it up a bit and get a KV-8 against all this infantry. But I can't blame him. It's still a solid choice. It's gonna tank just fine. And able to just spam out some T-34s on top of it. What's the fuel? Okay, I need to check that later. Ostrup actually getting some decent damage on those shock troops. IS-2 decimating an AT gun, but I don't think he was aware of the second one. Stun shots. No stun shots yet. Come on, heat shell. Okay, did have to target the weak point on the Pack 40, which apparently didn't do anything. Oh, but very, very lucky to get away with the IS-2 there. That was too close for comfort. Looks like he's still on the hunt. Mr. Base Inspector is back in action. He smells more blood. And one Faust won't do it. Gets a nice crush in. But the quick reinforce of the Ostropen squads should enable him to survive. Doesn't... Oh god. That was a bit aggressive there. He tries to move up to this, cuts into the enemy base. Gets engine damage now. For his troubles. Can we see a reaction? Okay, the reaction is coming in. Ziskan's a little bit out of position for now. But does get found out by the Stormtruppen. No! Schocktruppen. Jesus, too many Truppen in this game. Oh no, that Stuck is... Oh, railway. Sacrifices the Stuck. Not worth it. Is he fast enough? He should be. Probably. Oh, actually gets the full decro. Kinda expected it to survive on 2 models. So got some value there. Where's the next shot landing? No. Actually, the railway shots do strike twice in the same place. Will the third one get to this? Looks like he's getting out. There we go. There's the scatter. Backup Panzer IV in action. Don't think that was worth the Stuck's throw. Looks like he did get it eventually. Kind of missed that with what he got it. Probably to pack him back up. Tries to go for the denial there. IS-2 is back in action. Double engineers repairing that just fine. And the list is getting shorter for Bartertown, while Kimbo's is actually extending. With the addition of those 2 Zis guns. Oh god. And actually the IS-2 with the moving monster shot straight into the Ostropen. And he's just like working his arms to try to get those guys crawling under his tank. Oh no! Okay, misses the follow-up shot. Will eat a Faust for his troubles, but the mouse bounces. Unlucky. Oh, come on, camera. Don't do this to me. Okay, MG has to move. This one has to reposition. Nice job. Looks like he's trying again with a second squad. Panzer IV is moving up. Bounce. Oh, nice ambush here by the Zis guns. Zis guns need to start turning. Brutal shot there. Oh, the Panzer IV actually backed up. I thought it was driving forward. So the bonus damage and I think the accuracy bonus. I don't know actually if they get a bonus damage or accuracy increase with camouflage. I would imagine so. The Germans do. With the Raketenwerfer. I think even without, like, it can only camouflage at VET 1, the Raketenwerfer these days. I know it gets a massive increase in VET 5. Bonus to the camouflage damage, but the map is still pretty red. 240 to 53. Kimbo actually surprisingly low on the victory points. Has been triple capped in the mid game for quite a while, it seems. Or has not prioritized them enough while capping most of the map. So really needs to get on that. Kind of expected. Oh no, he's missed it. He's probably thinking that he's capping, but he moved just to the sandbags up there. So these guys are going to stay neutral for the time being. And Bartertown gets his fuel back. IS-2, nice and crisp. Quick repair. These guns, I still want to see them moved a little bit apart. It's only one Panzer IV they have to worry about. And there's no real fast killer on the Bartertown roster. There we go, KV-8 now on the field. Finally we set it up, beauty. Second pack has been recruited. Pretty good shot, but is this gonna get? Is he gonna move them forwards? Okay, he's moving them all the way forwards. He's kind of thinking he might put them behind the hedge for some ground target action. Oh, the double barrage gets the immediate decrew. Looks like we triggered a mine back there. Might explode. Here comes the KV-8 to finish the job on the second pack. Beautiful job there. They're running from the flames. Run, my boy. But there is no running. We'll get the Faust. He's probably trying to stay. And yeah, he's just ground attacking. Oh no, never mind. He was just trying to keep this guy busy. Yeah, IS-2 needs some repairs thanks to that mine trigger. But yeah, since we lost the Pigrens, we lost the Ostwind, who is now coming in from the north. There's nothing to pressure these Zis guns in a timely manner. Ostwind did retreat, but the KV-8 is just staying way too long. The Zis guns were out of position. Very well observed there by Bartertown. I think he saw them for a split seconds that they were turned. Oh no! Ah, he gets away with the KV-8. Brutal luck there for Bartertown. Didn't order his Panzer IV to attack that squad. Oh, the Austrian's probably gonna stay behind the building. Yes, indeed. But the building's falling down. It can now be shot through. But I think we lost line of sight. And no ground attack. Just decide for the reposition. And nice. We actually did manage to get rid of the pack gun. I'm actually not sure what destroyed that. I don't think the KV-8 ever switched off the flame rounds. Does get some brutal damage on the Ostwind. Gets that straight down to 50%. Follow-up shot 25. Pack gun bounces yet again. KV-8 is gonna grill these guys for breakfast. Engineers do retreat because they were caught out repairing. Oh, and the Panzer on the flank. What is that? Incendiary barrage to deny the pack the follow-up. But the scatter isn't the best. The Zis guns are with an attack order on the Panzer IV. They're just constantly setting up and setting back again. He's trying to run away. Misses the IS-2 shot, but the bounces, just the continuous bounces on long range. Kimbo gets away with it. Pack in trouble now, but... oh yeah. Bunker in range. So it's always a little bit further out than the indicator would tell you. Because it always calculates from the middle of the building, but the shots are actually coming from the weapon itself. So it gets out the cutoff again, but there's nothing to be cut off. Oh no. That Panzer IV is toast. Ran into a mine. Still on 53 BPs, but the drain is on now. Oh, he thought he got it. But he has to finish it off now. There we go. Gets it. Nice job. Not entirely sure what the MP4 was going for there. And no, not GG. Bartertown still in this, apparently. He might go for another Stug. But IS-2 can't follow up itself thanks to its engine damage. And the map stays red for now. Pretty good game. But it's looking pretty harsh for Bartertown now.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
KV-8 still not repaired. Actually routed all the way back to the base. Which is understandable. Probably gonna see a barrage here. Yes, indeed. Good old MG clearer of this gun. Beautiful stuff there. Austruppen will get on the flank, but it's gonna take them some time to clear this. Also haven't seen any LMG upgrades for these bad boys. Which might help them to perform against, just to clear these guns, deal with the engineers more quickly. Especially if they get caught out repairing like this, but has to run away. Another shot, another kill? Or were they already on 2? Looks like they were already. Some ground attack going on here. Here comes the double barrage, I imagine. Okay, just a single barrage. Running out of munitions here for Kimbo. But 62 per minute. That's over as 1 per second. Oh, doesn't get the D-crew. And that puts these guys in peril. Oh no. Oh, it gets the last shot in just before it's out of range. Good job, Kimbo, but it's just looking grimmer and grimmer for Bartertown. 53 points only for Kimbo, but looks like he can close it out now. IS-2 on Veterancy 1. 37 kills on that bad boy. Go 38 to its name. But still Veterancy 1. Destroys the MG. Oh, nice additional shot there. Another bounce. Stug and Pack in unison, trying to deal with it. Not in reinforcement range with the Pack. Trying to bait the Stug into pursuing this, but just the continuous bounces, the swing from that, and there we go. Pack down. He's just gonna destroy them with the Zis guns while diving with the IS-2. Veterancy 2, by the way. Targeting and weapon range. Not reload speed as some other vehicles, which he probably gets at Veterancy 3. Indeed. Oh, the Stug gets some good penetrations in. But looks like it lost line of sight. Okay, now he needs to be careful not to chase that. But we're down to 2 MGs and a Pioneer, so I guess it's GG. So I wonder... there we go. Throws in a towel. But good game. That was pretty entertaining. The last 5 to 10 minutes were a bit one-sided, but apart from that, it was pretty good. GG. So if you're catching this one on YouTube, which I think I'll put it up, because it was pretty entertaining. It's a little bit different to our usual stuff. Then I encourage you to check my Twitch channel out. Link is in the description if you want to catch those streams live. And if not, have a nice day. Just gonna check out the stats. And as always, if you have questions about depression, just put them in the comments and I'll get to answer them shortly. Oh god. Units killed 150 for Bartertown and units lost 267. Jesus, the bleed. And that against Osttruppen as well. Oh, never mind, the Osttruppen bled. Okay, I still think it's worth the replay, putting it up. I think most of these losses were in the last couple minutes when it got out of hand. And you will not trade 1-to-1 with Osttruppen in any stretch of the imagination, so the numbers are always inflated. 54 kills for the Osttruppen. Sadly, no LMGs upgrade. That probably would have helped him. But it is always a risk because they do like to drop them. Pack 40, MG42. 17,000 damage with pack guns, not bad, but the IS-2 just kept bouncing and bouncing. Let's check the army value. Actually pretty even, yeah, until the last 10 minutes. And then it went downhill after losing the Ostwind. Pretty hard resource float here for Kimbo after the early game. Let's check out what Kimbo had. Actually, this gun, surprisingly, most valuable unit. Looks like a fairly stoic game for him. Yeah, not many losses, good squad preservation. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.